All right. Chapter 3, Lesson 7, a little bit more hands-on activity, distributive property and partial quotients. So this side we're going to be working on the distributive property. When we turn it over, we'll be doing partial quotients. So the distributive property allows you to divide each place value position by the same factor. So let's draw it. Jessie has 369 beads to be split evenly among 3 necklaces. How many beads can Jessie put on each necklace? So this is our problem. We're going to divide 369 divided by 3. So first we have to break up 369 into its place value pieces. 300 plus 60 plus 9. And so that's what you see here. They've created an area model so that you can see our expanded form. Now we're going to divide each section by 3. So 3 times what gets me 300? Well, that would be 100. 3 times what gets me 60? Well, 3 times 2 is 6, but I have a 0 here, so I need a 0 here. And then lastly, 9 divided by 3 is 3. So let's record what we did. We divided 300 by 3 and we got 100. We divided 60 by 3 and we got 20, because 20 times 3 is 60. And 9 divided by 3 was 3. So we have to add all of our quotients. 100 plus 20 plus 3 is 123. So 369 divided by 3 is 123. That means that Jessie can put 123 beads on each necklace. 123 times 3, so let's do it. 1, 2, 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 1 is 3. 369, 369. Now, let's use partial quotients. It's a method of dividing where you break the dividend into addends that are easy to divide. And they've broken this down for us fairly simply. It says there are 738 students in Manuel's school. There are 6 grade levels in his school, with each grade having the same number of students. How many students are in the 5th grade? So we're going to divide 738 by 6, and we're going to use partial quotients. So 6 goes into 700 how many times? Well, it goes in there 100 times, because if we put 200, that would be way over. So 6 times 100 is 600. And then we subtract. So now we're going to divide 6 into 138, but we're going to use numbers with zeros. 6 goes into 12 2 times. So 6 goes into 120 20 times. 6 times 20 is 120. And it's easy to subtract because we have these zeros. We're not messing around with regrouping. This is truly one of my favorite ways to do division. And lastly, 6 goes into 18 3 times, because 3 times 6 is 18. We can subtract that and we get 0. So let's record those over here. 100 is a partial quotient. Now we're dividing the tens. So 220 is a partial quotient, and we subtracted. And then lastly, 3 is a partial quotient. So now we're going to combine all the partial quotients. I generally do it right here. I try to keep my work nice and organized. 0 plus 0 plus 3 is 3. 2 plus 0 is 2. And we bring down the 1 because there's nothing to add to it. But let's record it over here because this is where they want it. Look at that lovely expanded form. 123. So there are 123 students in the 5th grade. 123. The beauty of division is that you can always check your work. You should never miss a division problem because you can check using using multiplication. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. And they match. There you go. All right, thanks for watching, and look to your teacher for instruction.